Oh, we had some technical difficulties there. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy B. Oh, I forgot my glasses. I'm sorry. New ones today. Pit Vipers. Okay, Bill. Okay, sheesh. You looking valid, my dude. Looking valid. BDIV and the boys. We are here. We are here. For the first time ever, it's just me today. Some stuff happened. Some people. Nobody folded. Obviously, I didn't mean it like that. But also, one or two of the guys said, "Billy, we're good for tonight," and I wasn't sure. But tonight I'm gonna try something out by myself. Just try out the show by myself tonight, kind of like a one man rock band type deal. You know what I mean? But if we had more guys, obviously I would have everybody here. First off, before I'd like to start anything else, throughout the show, give me a phone call. 412-759-2191 is the number to call. Call whenever you want. I'll try to pick it up. If I don't, I apologize. You'll probably hear my phone going off, probably going off through my mic. But yeah, 412-759-2191. I'll keep on reminding you for those of you who joined throughout the stream. So please give me a call. I'd love to. Dude, these kind of hurt. I might have to switch them. No, we're good. We'll fight through it. But yeah, also, you want to help out the show, anything like that, bdivatb@gmail.com. Whether you have, an idea. I love hearing your guys' ideas. I actually get a few emails here and there. Or if you just want to help out in general, you have any suggestions for me or myself or any of the guys for the show, bdivatb@gmail.com is where you want to go. But yeah, let's hop right into it. So obviously we've got some stuff going on with the 49ers. That's the first thing I want to talk about. The 49ers are currently going through two things. There's two, and they both involve the quarterback situation. So we'll talk about Jimmy G in a second, but for the draft at least, the head coach Kyle Shanahan and the owner, or is it GM? It's GM John Lynch, are beefing right now. Okay, they both like different quarterbacks. According to a radio show host from San Francisco, Dan Patrick. Oh, wait, no, he's not from. I think he's from Pittsburgh. Dan Patrick. I don't know. Probably not. He's a sports show radio host. But he reported that Shanahan wants Alabama's Mac Jones, but John Lynch wants North Dakota State's Trey Lance. And obviously, they have their pros and cons. If you're looking, they both have an upside. Trey Lance is, again, I think I've said it a million times on the show. Low floor, high ceiling. I finally got it right. I screw it up all the friggin' time. And Mac Jones obviously has the experience and the smarts of a quarterback playing 2 or 3 years, in Alabama. But there are some cons to both of them. Trey Lance, he started for technically 1 year and then played one game his senior year, and then the rest of the season got canceled. So we haven't seen much recent film. It's not like he even opted out. And Mac Jones, doesn't have that athletic factor. So obviously the 49ers are kind of in trouble, kind of in a dilemma with the quarterback situation. Again, for those of you who are joining, you can call me whenever you want, whenever it is convenient for you. 412-759-2191 is the number to call. But going back to the 49ers situation, if you ask me, I'm going to be honest, I don't go with either of them. If Justin Fields is there, I think you go with Justin Fields. Now, even Trevor Lawrence has his downsides. Every quarterback has their downside. I just repeated myself twice, you idiot. But no, for Justin Fields, really, it's just, the attitude. A lot of guys have reported that Justin Fields is more that last guy in, first guy out type of guy. And obviously, he didn't even want to do his pro day in Ohio State because he just doesn't like his teammates. You can actually see when he makes some crazy throw, he's going around the corner, or he's rounding off in a rollout, and he just chucks the ball up. It's beautiful. Again, we're seeing a lot of Russell Wilson throws. His teammates were like, yeah, hyping him up, and he didn't show any appreciation in them, didn't dab anybody up. So yeah, that an attitude thing, which in the NFL, most of the time you see a fix in that, but who knows? Maybe Justin Fields maybe that's his thing. Like, there's a few guys in this draft that I go, well, I mean, from a attitude standpoint, as a person, are they really are they really that are they worth it? Like, for example, like again, number one pick Trevor Lawrence, you haven't seen any issues with him. The dude doesn't even want to go to the actual draft in Cleveland, which I'm still trying to get into. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get into it, and we'll find a way. We'll definitely find a way. And I'll probably be live streaming it too. And if I can't, we'll probably have a watch party or something like that. But going back to Trevor Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence is a very conservative guy. Doesn't say two words. Respectable, and there's nothing you could go wrong with him. But then you have guys like somewhere hovering around the 10th pick, Micah Parsons, who has done some stuff in his college career where it's questionable. He's not really the nicest guy. His attitude, like Justin Fields' towards his teammates, is questionable. So again, as far as Mac Jones and Trey Lance go, they're both really good kids. But between John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan's pick, I think you go with Mac Jones. Mac Jones is the smarter quarterback. He makes really good reads. I don't think his athleticism will really be a problem. They went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G. So I don't really think there's any faults in that. But Trey Lance is obviously going to be good too. You can even argue that he might be the one who comes out of this draft class and really just evolves. Again, for those of you who are watching, 412-759-2191 is the number to call. That is my phone number, right? Yes, that is my phone. Wait, no, it's not my phone number. It's the show's phone number, so don't get that twisted. But yeah, the other quarterback situation is the guy who they already have, Jimmy G. They have said that John Lynch himself, again, we're talking a lot about John Lynch, the GM. He said himself that the asking price for Jimmy G is a first rounder for this year or 2 for next year, which is absolutely insane. I mean, Jimmy G's not bad. Don't get me wrong. He took his team to a Super Bowl, but the problem is like a first rounder. That's kind of a lot. So the return for a first rounder would be more than what San Francisco gave up when they traded when they stole him from the Patriots. They gave up a 2018 second round pick for Jimmy G back in 2017. So honestly, you could really say that would be a maximized investment in a sense. So this all came out a week after the 49ers traded for that third pick, and they were like, oh, well, Jimmy G is still our guy. We're sticking with Jimmy G for at least this year. And now they're saying, oh, well, we want a first round pick or 2 firsts for the next year for him. That's insane to me. Like, what is Jimmy G thinking right now? Look, you have one guy, excuse me, the dog's barking upstairs. It's really messing me up. But you have a guy who came into this organization, took him to the Super Bowl, lost, but still took him to the Super Bowl nonetheless, battled through a ton of injuries, and is now confused. He's definitely confused. Listen, you were just told that you're worth the first round pick, but the problem is that they also told you that you're their guy. So if I'm Jimmy G at this point, I kind of want out. The confusion is just way too much. And yeah, I don't really know if that's the best move for the 49ers. I think they should stick with Jimmy G for a year. Get a guy like Justin Fields, like Trey Lance or Mac Jones, which I think Mac Jones is one, besides Trevor Lawrence, the most starter-ready quarterback out of this entire group. He'll catch on to playbooks just like that. So, but no, you keep Jimmy G there, who's been in the league since like 2015, 16, and have like that Ryan Fitzpatrick Tua relationship, which was completely different. I mean, he was a lot older. But yeah, 412-759-2191. You were watching BDIV and the Boys, episode 16, here live with me and just me. But again, I don't have a problem with it. I think this is cool. I think for the first time, me just being here by myself, it's a cool little test for me. And I think the show will run smooth, and just like that. Again, 412-759-2191 is the number to call. We're gonna hop in to our next story, and which, by the way, if the show is shorter, you gotta understand, right? obviously I'd have dialogue with guys right now, like throughout the entire show, ask them their opinions, stuff like that. But it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna hop right into our next story with Lil Nas X is in trouble with Nike. So if you don't know who Lil Nas X is, he's the Old Town Road guy. Yeah, I'm gonna take my, I got the horses in the butt. That guy. So he went from riding horses to being in video games, and then taking a stripper pole down to hell. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's what happened. I don't recommend watching the music video, especially if you're a very religious person. The music video is kind of nasty, and you would definitely get offended if you are, if you're very religious. But I did watch the music video because I didn't want to cover the story today, and that's why I'm telling you not to watch it. So why is Nike suing? Why is Nike suing? I mean, why would Nike do that? They're making money, which they aren't, because they're not actually making the shoes, and they don't want to be associated with them. And you're like, well, Billy, like, why don't they want to be associated with them? I mean, I'm going to show you why right now. So these are the shoes. Sorry for the blurry picture, but you can tell, I mean, this just screams hell all over it. It screams hell all over it. For those of you who are listening without video, just audio, which is like a normal radio show. The shoes have a demonic figure right in the middle of the box, and it is important to note that the shoes have one drop of blood from the customizer or the customizer's employees. Let me fact check the name. MSCHF. That's the name of the company. 412-759-2191 is the number to call, by the way. So yeah, these just scream demonic all over it. I believe it has a Bible verse on the side. So the blood was drawn from workers, and so this is how demonic this gets. 666 pairs were sold for $1,018. So again, you could clearly see where Nike's really coming from here. Not only did they sue Lil Nas X and the company that made up these shoes, but they're even putting a restraining order not on only Nas but the actual shoes. So they want literally nothing at all to do with these shoes. And how could you blame them? I mean, listen, imagine if you really just went along with this whole demonic thing and all this weird stuff, and you're Nike, you would totally lose a ton of like buyers interest. You would even lose like Foot Locker. I'm telling you, nobody would want to buy Nikes. I know I wouldn't buy Nikes anymore. But yeah, my respect for Lil Nas X is definitely dropped. But I mean, the dude's okay with going to hell. He's okay with going to hell. Like, that's just crazy to me. It's like, hell's this bad place to tell you in the Bible all the time. But sorry, I had to switch to glasses. These are so much better. But I just don't understand. And of course, this is all coming on Easter week. Like, Easter is tomorrow. I encourage you to go to church, listen to the word, all that. Please go. But yeah, like I don't know. And then, but the problem is that there's another pair of shoes. Okay, they have like holy water in them. I don't have a picture of them, and I don't know much about them. But wouldn't that be kind of disrespectful because the shoes? Like, listen, I'll pull up this picture again of the Lil Nas X shoes. So if you could see towards the bottom of the sole, there's like air bubbles, and where the sole is right there, that's where the blood is, and then with the quote unquote Christian versions is what you call it. There's holy water there. Now, the way I interpreted that was, well, at first I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm sure Nike would really want to sponsor this, and then they haven't done anything, and then I realized why. You're literally stepping on holy water. Isn't that kind of disrespectful? It's a little disrespectful. So, yeah, Nike, good move by Nike. Way to save their their retention, if you will. 412-759-2191. But yeah, I mean, if we can look in a little bit more detail here. Yeah, again, Nike did not want to be associated with human blood and the devil. They filed, what they did, to be exact, was they filed a trademark claim. And they wanted to make it very clear that this is not sanctioned by Nike. So again, 412-759-2191 is the number to call. I'm gonna keep on repeating because I don't want to keep on putting this banner up. But yeah, that's really all I have on that. But again, the shoes are reselling for crazy amounts of money right now. I believe over $10,000. So if you want a pair, that's all you. I would never even come close to them. I'd feel offended. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would ever do that. Next thing I want to talk about. So the Penguins and the Sabres team up in a pride game. So this is to support the LGBTQ plus community. On April 17th, the game's at 3 o'clock. So what exactly are they going to be doing here? Obviously they'll be playing, but the game will include players taping their sticks to rainbow tape. And this is all for pregame warmups. Besides the puck having its own distinct, colorful design. Just colorful, and that's what the LGBTQ plus community is all about. The game, yeah. So they're going to be wearing Pride warm up jerseys, the Progress Pride flag, and this is the cool thing to me. The funds raised for the game will benefit the You Can Play project by the Pittsburgh by the. Oh my God, I cannot read today. I say this every stream. I cannot read today. The You Can Play project and the Pittsburgh Tigers, which is an LGBTQ plus friendly team. It's been here since 2011, and it's based out of New Ken. So, it's pretty local to us, especially. I actually have a New Ken address, not Plum, New Ken. 412-759-2191 is the number to call. They have not gotten any phone calls yet. That's fine. That all aside, I know it's a bit away. It's only April 3rd, so we're a good grip away. 2 weeks that game's going to be taking place, but that's an easy win for the Penguins. They've killed the Sabres before. They'll do it again. So, yeah, I mean, the Penguins, like Caden said last stream, are doing very well at the moment. Still battling some injuries. Definitely will make the playoffs. There's no scare there, especially when you have stretches against the Sabres, who are absolutely awful. They suck. So, yeah, again, April 17th, 3 p.m. It'll be nationally televised. So probably, what was Root Sports, CBS. And it's an away game as well. It's in Buffalo. So, yeah. Again, all for a local cause. It's based out of New Ken. So, yeah, I guess it's cool. 412-759-2191 is the number to call. Next thing I want to talk about. James Harden is absolutely climbing up the MVP ladder right now. He's not at first, but he's climbing. So let me pull up my little thing here. Here we go. Okay, so when we look at the MVP ladder, number one has been Nikola Jokic for months now. Basically since Embiid got hurt, who is back tonight, by the way. He is starting and he's back. I forget who they're playing. The Timberwolves. Yeah, so he's back against the Timberwolves, which should be an easy matchup for him. The Timberwolves, I believe, are one of the worst teams in the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is definitely leading in the MVP column right now. Almost 27 points a game, 11 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and a steal and a half. So basically, these are kind of like point guard stats. He's a great ball mover. The guy really knows how to move the ball well. As you could see, he averages 8.5 assists, right? Yeah, 8.5 assists a game. So, yeah, he is. I'm reading directly off the NBA's website. He is basically the main reason that Denver was. I don't know when was this article from? Okay, so they are. I believe they're 10-3 since the All-Star break. Okay, so yeah, he's definitely number one. He's been number one for a few weeks now. But number two, ew, I just spit everywhere. Damian Lillard is number two at the moment. Right now, he's averaging nearly 30 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and almost 8 assists. He is currently the NBA's leading scorer. They're battling a ton of injuries right now, so you would have to imagine that he really has to step up his game as a leader. They're as a whole, the Trailblazers are not playing really great right now. They're sixth in the Western Conference, so that's not terrible, but they could definitely be doing better when everybody's healthy. Yeah, so they were riding a 4-game win streak as of March 31st. I don't know if they ended up beating the Bucks because I'm pretty sure Giannis had a really good game. Yeah, so I'm glad he's trending upwards. So James Harden jumps from from 6 from last week all the way up to 3. He's averaging 26 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. Now that stat line is actually really good for James Harden. He's been, if not one of the most elite scorers in the NBA as of recent. Probably the most since KD back in OKC. So Harden has missed just 3 games. Or Harden missed his 3rd game last Thursday. Or no, it was last Thursday. And I believe they have another game tonight. And he wasn't playing. He has battling tightness in his right hamstring. Now listen, before we go any further, this is all BS. Okay, this is a way to get players rest because the NBA got ticked off because there was players like Kawhi Leonard last year that were sitting out because of rest. So now they have to give like some sort of diagnostic as far as like where they are standing at the moment, and James Harden's excuse was tightness in his right hamstring. Now maybe he does have some tightness in his right hamstring, but before this whole rest thing, he would have played through it, and he should play through it right now. The NBA thinks he's the 3rd best player in the league. Steve Nash expressed optimism that Harden's injury won't keep him out for a significant amount of time, which again, it shouldn't. It's a rest injury. It's a rest injury. Yeah, so he has carried the Nets all the way to the top of the Eastern Conference for the first time since April of all the way back to 2003. So that's a month after I was born, which is pretty cool to think about. 412-759-2191 is the number to call. Again, James Harden really climbing up the ladder right now, but there's still a few other players we should definitely keep in mind are just dominating in the league right now, and probably the most dominant player in the NBA right now. He was at 4th last week, he was at 2nd last week. He dropped all the way down to 4th. That would be Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Milwaukee Bucks. So he's averaging 28 points a game, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block and a half. So last week when he lost to the Clippers, he had this is his least amount of minutes ever. Wait. Oh no, excuse me. Minus. Ooh. So he was minus 31 in 34 minutes. So for those of you who don't know what that is, and I'm not even 100% sure on it, but I'm going to tell you what I believe it is. I believe it's like an efficiency rating. So turning over the ball, missed shots, low shooting percentage, like I just said, that's going to make you minus more. But, obviously when you're moving the ball well, get assists, you're getting rebounds, you're scoring at a very efficient level, that's going to get you plus. But that's all the side. That was Monday's loss to the Clippers. And the reason why he's dropping is because then this previous Wednesday, he had 9 turnovers against the Lakers. But in that game, he posted a double-double, 25 and 10. And they actually still ended up winning somehow. He actually shoots really good from the three-point line as of recent, 39.5%, which is 10% higher than the last 2 months. So yeah, obviously he's playing pretty good basketball right now. Number 5 is Luka Doncic. So he has been playing a lot better as well. 412-759-2191 is the number to call. Again, I'm going to keep repeating it. But yeah, Luka goes from 7th to 5th of this week. previous game, the Mavericks won 113 to 108. So Doncic missed back-to-back games on the 26th and the 27th, and as of that, they missed both of those games. He has not been shooting very well. In December, wait, what? Why do we care about? Listen, I'm reading this all from the NBA. He shot 9.5% in December from 3-point. I don't care. It's March. No, it's not. It's April. Jeez. So who cares about December? He is hot in March. 43.5% from the 3-point line and 53% overall, and almost 30 points a game. So again, we're starting to see him ooze, if you will, with confidence. He's starting to shoot more. He's starting to shoot better. So Luka, again, who might be the future of the NBA? He had a card that sold for $4 million. We talked about it a little while back. But no, there's some other guys here that we should probably note. LeBron James is at 6. Again, LeBron has always been in the MVP running for all 17 years he's played in the NBA. Joel Embiid, who is number 7, which expect him to start climbing again. He's been out for a couple weeks. Kawhi Leonard is a very general stat line guy. He covers pretty much every stat. Kyrie Irving at 9, so you have 2 Nets players in the top 10, and then at 10 you have Devin Booker, who I really hope D-Book gets out of Phoenix. Dude, he is so good. Devin Booker, I think he's way better than Trae Young, which was a speculation for a while that Trae Young might be better. But no, I hope he gets out of there. The dudes, if they had a better record, he would probably be top 3. That's how good he's playing. So, and then they actually gave us 5 more. In no particular order, Steph Curry, who I think should be a lot higher. Rudy Gobert, Zion, Chris Paul, and Donovan Mitchell. So, that's the MVP ladder. But let's shift into another ladder. Again, 412-759-2191 is the number to call. I'll answer any of your questions, anything like that. Now, LaMelo Ball is really dropping in this Rookie of the Year race. He might be out. Did I just say Rookie of the Rear? Rookie of the Rear. That's hilarious. But no, he is on the rear end of the Rookie of the Year race right now. Which, again, I have another link for. The NBA puts out really good links. These are, again, they updated this on March 31st. Oh my gosh. All these I need to really wipe this computer. This thing is just, there's so many viruses and stuff like that. I don't even know how I stream on this. So you have the ladder, obviously, since that LaMelo Ball injury is all over the place right now. Number 1 is Tyrese Halliburton. He's averaging, I don't care about Adobe Flash is trying to install right now. Not a good time. He's averaging 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Since the last ladder, which was a week ago, he's averaging 16. He's averaging 16 and a half, 2.8 rebounds a game, and 5 assists. He has an offensive rating of 100 and he has an offensive rating of 111.9, so we'll say 112. Second among all rookies, which I believe is still LaMelo Ball, but he's injured, so you can't really account for that stat anymore. He has a field goal range of 59.5. That's unreal. 59.5% from the field goal in general. That's really good. He's averaging, again, like I mentioned, almost a steal and a half and 2 deflections a game. I didn't even know the NBA covered that stat. But yeah, so Halliburton deservingly gets number 1. Number 2, which a lot of people argue should be number 1, which I agree with them, is Anthony Edwards from the Timberwolves. His season stats: 17.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. But since that last ladder, again, a week or two ago, 23 points a game, 6.5 rebounds per game, and 1.8 assists per game. So again, you're seeing some consistency from these young guys. Yeah, so he was actually number one last week. But again, Halliburton had a better week than him. But still, Anthony Edwards is a really exciting player to watch, nonetheless. And he's on a really crappy team. I'm going to be honest with you. The Timberwolves suck. They're awful. But he is number two. Number three is Emmanuel Quickly from the New York Knicks. I know Fraz isn't watching. He's probably at baseball right now. But no, he's from the New York Knicks. Again, the Knicks have actually gotten better and better. They're going to keep on getting better. 412-759-2191 is the number to call right now. If you want to ask me any questions, anything like that, I'm answering them. So he's on the season, 13 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Since that last ladder a week ago, almost 14 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He has consistently been number 3 in this rookie race for a while now. Now you have to remember he was the 25th pick, and he's a 6'3" guard in limited minutes. By the way, he's not a starter. So if you were to adjust that, the NBA said he'd be averaging 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. And be averaging 6 free throw attempts a game. So again, Emmanuel Quickly is really doing well for the Knicks right now. I'm going to skip over a few guys here. I just want to do top 3, but where LaMelo Ball stands right now is number 6. He is in the green room for the Rookie of the Year award, as he should be. The dude's a stud. Season stats: he's averaging 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Since his last ladder, which was a week ago, he hasn't played, obviously, so we don't have any stats as of recent. I think they're going to keep him at 6. But him being out of the lineup has really hurt his Rookie of the Year race. And I'm going to be honest with you. Besides Anthony Edwards, I don't think there's any other rookie that should probably get recognition, even show that he's been hurt. LaMelo Ball has been playing, or was playing, at a very elite level of basketball. And I don't think you could take that away from him. The Hornets were playing good basketball in general. They're actually not playing that bad right now. Miles Bridges is just absolutely crazy with the dunks. That's all I see on my Instagram is just dunks from him. So obviously, the Hornets are they're doing all right. They're on a downward trend because LaMelo's not there, but they still have some guys like Miles Bridges, Scary Terry, and Gordon Hayward to maybe keep that squad going. I think Michael Jordan did a pretty good job with putting the squad together this year. He knew what he had to do. But yeah, some other players, notable players, James Wiseman. He is at number 7. The issue with him has been his confidence. He's a tall dude, but he's only averages 8 points a game inside the paint. He averages 11 in a game, so he's probably hitting 1 or 2 3-pointers a series. 412-759-2191 is the number to call right now. We're actually ending. We're not ending yet, but we are inching towards the end of the show. The last thing I actually had here was KD. Lifelong Kevin Durant fan. I actually despise Kevin Durant now. I'm a big OKC fan, and KD leaving was, a bummer for me. And Russ too, and James Harden at one point. I've been a lifelong Thunder fan, so obviously we've been through some trouble, and we have 1,000,000 2027 first round picks. I don't know why we have 1,000,000 2027 first round picks. Draft capital is huge. But maybe a little too far away from now. Like, I'm not sure I really want to enjoy the ride all the way to till 2027. But that's not the point. We still got some young talent, and they'll probably use those draft picks for players. So I'm not too worried about it. But no, Kevin Durant, gotten a little got in a little argument with a reporter slash actor Michael Rappaport. And he got fined $50,000 for it. Now, I will say this. I'm sure Katie did something wrong, but this Michael Rappaport guy doesn't. I know who he is. He doesn't know me, obviously. He should. Best talk show in the whips, but no. 50 grand fine by the NBA for Kevin Durant. He. If you look at the messages, I'm not going to put them up on the screen because they are rather vulgar, but no. He used some really foul and one language, if you will. Yeah, so the NBA put out a statement saying that Kevin Durant's language was offensive and derogatory towards a non-representative of the NBA. And this would have never happened if the guy didn't. Michael Rappaport, he actually posted the screenshots of the DMs on Instagram. And Durant made homophobic and misogynistic remarks. So again, another reason why the NBA fined him $50K. He's not being suspended unless Steve Nash decides to. He put out a statement. Steve Nash said that the team has handled the situation internally. Durant, he apologized. The interview. So he clears it up there. But yeah, Michael Rappaport put the screenshots on Instagram. People got offended. He clearly got offended, and that was that. $50K for him, which is obviously nothing for Kevin Durant. But I don't know. I think when you're doing something like that, I think you really got to keep it to yourself there. I don't really see why there's a point to ever really just do that. To post something that private on Instagram. And I think KD, knowing the guy KD is, I think if he knew that those posts were going to go to media, to online, I don't think he ever would have said anything like that. So, but yeah, Michael Rappaport seems like a big jerk, and he set up Kevin Durant to make him not look good. But yeah, that's all that I have today for the show. Again, 412-759-2191. If you have any calls, I'll be taking them. I'll be taking them right now. If you're going to send me, if you're going to give me a call, I'd love to answer your questions right now. Again, I like to do this. I like to just go on Fox News and see what. Okay, yeah, this was a big one. Baylor won their Final Four game, and they're going to go to the championship. Not a lot of people had Baylor going to the championship. They thought, this is an injury-filled team, and this is a team that probably won't make it very far, but they defied all odds. What's this? NCAA men's basketball Final Four will feature father-son coaching matchup. My screen's playing music right now. Okay, so Baylor's Alvin Brooks III will face off against Houston's Alvin Brooks. So they're both okay. So they're not actually players; they're assistant coaches. So that's pretty cool. Okay, my computer is just playing a bunch of noise right now. 412-759-2191 is the number to call. I'm pretty sure one of the guys in the game. Let me see. There was a guy that was really, really going off. He had 8 3-pointers. 8 3-pointers in the first half. So obviously Baylor was a 1 seed. Houston was a 3rd. And the weird thing is like they were up 45-20 at half. I believe that's what it was. But no. That Houston was known for being that team that's like, hey, we're good at defense, and that's really all we're good at. And that's a bit wonky to me. Is like, well, how is Baylor playing at such a high level on offense? And clearly, there's no question that they were. I mean, Baylor just outperformed Houston. They also out-rebounded them as well. Again, first half stat, Baylor was out-rebounding Houston 20-11. And I don't know why, but in the Final Four, if I don't remember what year this was from, but Oregon, there was a kid from a press conference, and the kid from Oregon was asked why they were out-rebounded so much. So, just pretty viral. Again, Final Four, stuff like that. Is there any other news? Uh-oh. There's the dog. Again, 412-759-2191 is the number to call. But yeah, what's up?
What's up, Billy?
Nothing much. We're just about to wrap up the show.
How we doing? What's the status on the NCAA tournament?
Houston got killed by by Baylor. So Baylor's moving on. Yeah, Baylor was moving on. Yeah.
What's going on with the other one?
Gonzaga
should have won big, right?
Yeah. So that's actually a good thing to talk about right now. That game's on tonight at 8:40. Yeah, 8:40.
Okay. It's just starting.
Yeah, it's actually just about to start. And I think that's a good place to stop right here. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Wednesday, 6:00. We'll be streaming here. Obviously, I'll have more guys with me. But yeah, we'll see you guys later.